Hello, myself Bhageerathi, a fellow human like you. So basically, this particular message or something like when I came to know about a lot of laws and conspiracies happening against the feeders and the people who work with the strays, I had a curiosity. So I just checked with the elderly of my neighborhood, some of my relatives, and I was asking them what is actually their issue. Was it just the media populated idea, or is it that they really have a problem with me feeding or some of like minded people like us going and helping out the strays? So the first thing they told is fear. Now, my question to them was, does fear actually justify cruelty? Like there are a lot of things that we are afraid of. So we just go ahead and start eliminating and eradicating everything that we fear. Will there be an end to it? Like what is the fear? That the dogs will bite or the strays will attack you. Now, where does this come from? Like what is the probability of you hearing somebody being bitten by a stray on an everyday basis? Or do you hear more of people going through accidents or people getting hurt because of some health issue or some domestic abuse or physical assault? So, you need to actually understand that it is a choice of fear against these animals. And second thing that I hear is when you feed these strays, they will populate. Now, that is a huge misunderstanding. They don't. They populate because they are not properly neutered. So if in your locality you feel that there is a ratio of too many stray animals, you're supposed to contact the respective, like whichever is your corporation or your panchayat or wherever it is. It's not a big deal. The people who are responsible, the authorities, they are supposed to cater to your needs of well-being. So what you're supposed to do is make a request or contact the influential person over there and request for properly neutering them. There is a department, there are proper administrators, employees to be doing this. So if you agitate it with them, like if they just do their duties properly, there'll be no issues of too many strays in any locality. Now, another thing that I heard, which is the funniest for me, that it is a public nuisance. Now, how does it become a public nuisance? A dog that is sleeping in one corner without, irritating anybody, is that a public nuisance? Or you throwing a stone at a dog, which is by no way harming you, just because you don't like its presence or its existence there? What actually is public nuisance? Now, I think this comes from that superiority in us, that we are the superior breed and everything around us, whether it's the street or whether it's Nala or whether it's the forest, it all belongs to us. I think it comes from there. Now, if you actually change it a little bit and you understand this idea of coexistence, you will know that as long as we don't disturb them, they don't disturb us. The last, I believe the most important thing, which I feel very close to my heart, is this idea of punishing feeders. Now, why do we punish kindness? Like we rage against a lot of stuff, like war is happening, we condemn some political leaders, and we read the news of rape instances and we kind of shout at the perpetrator. Now, I think all of these things are on a rise in this world right now because there is no compassion among us. Now, think about you having a child in your family and you teaching your child to be kind to everything around you, kind to the animal in your locality. I believe that there are very less chances for this child to grow up to be a social outcast or a violent person. So the idea of punishing people who are showing compassion to others itself is something that we should actually relent on. So when I have had this kind of conversation with a lot of people in especially my locality, I have seen a lot of change. So I'm sharing it with you with this particular mindset, not to just go by the, usual idea of this is how the world should be, or this is the right thing, kill all the animals or beat up all the feeders. Instead, take your heart, take your mind, take your soul and stay a little. Like, so many religious practices we follow where we are told about kindness. We are all spiritual gurus these days. So I personally believe that learning to coexist with our fellow friends, furry friends, or whichever they are, is where actually you being a true human starts from.